We are Nigerians. We just came to the embassy, Nigerian embassy here in Tehran, in respect to the situation, and as it has been informed that all residents of Tehran should be evacuated, and we came to Nigerian embassy here, at least to see our embassy staffs or the consular or the ambassador or whoever. These are Nigerians also. Many of them, some of them have just left. We came here. This is the Nigerian embassy, Tehran. All of them, they have abandoned the Nigerian citizens. They have abandoned Nigerian citizens to their own fate in Tehran, in Iran. That's why we're making this video, so that it can go viral, that Nigerian government has abandoned the citizens here in Tehran. They have abandoned their citizens in Iran. They've all fled. So we have been reliably informed that they all went to Kish Island. That's where they are now, abandoning the whole Nigerians in this land to their fate. So that's why we're making this particular video. This is the Nigerian coat of arms, written here, Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tehran. This is it. This is the building, the Nigerian embassy. This is, you can see the flags. You can see Nigerian flags. You can see everything. This is in Tajrish area. So that's why we're making this video, so that the world will know what country we are. Thank you very much. This is it. This is the Nigerian embassy here in Tehran. Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tehran. Residents. Look at it here. Look at the entrance. Look at everything here. Look at the environment. Look at this is Tajrish. This is the street. This is it. Thank you very much.
Hello, great people. May Nigeria not happen to you is indeed a serious prayer. You just watched the video of our Nigerian brethren in Tehran. Tehran is the capital of Iran, and there's an ongoing war between Iran and Israel. Now, let me tell you why our Nigerian brethren, why they made that particular video. Then I'll be discussing to you the global best practices and the conduct of Nigerian government, and also the risks that Nigerians face in the diaspora. We'll be doing all this and more on this episode with Joshua Plug. Now, why did that Nigerian brethren, why did he make that particular video? It is because of the ongoing war between Iran and Israel. You will recall that there is a raging war between Iran and Israel, and missiles have been flying like rain in both countries. Both countries have been attacking each other, and for that reason, Nigerians there, definitely they are stranded and they need adequate protection and evacuation as fast as possible. But help is not coming their way, and that is why that brethren need to went to the Nigerian embassy in Tehran to make that particular video, perhaps to seek help. But then help is not coming their way. Now let me tell you how serious it is, in the sense that the way missiles have been flying in the air of both Iran and Israel, that brother could be hit by missile at any point in time. Unannounced missile, it will just come boom, and that's the end. So you can imagine the risks that our Nigerian brethren are facing. Other countries have been evacuating their citizens, but Nigerian government has announced evacuation, but they have been foot dragging, the usual Nigerian style. Now let's go to the global best practices. What is the global best practice in this instance? You see, countries, you are to account for your citizens whenever there is a war, or whenever there is something, a breakdown of law and order beyond the capacity of the host country. Now, since there is a breakdown of law and order in Iran and Israel, it is the responsibility of Nigerian government to look after the Nigerians in Israel and the Nigerians in Iran. And what they need to do is evacuation. You will recall that when the war between Russia and Ukraine broke out, different countries were evacuating their citizens. And when this war between Israel and Iran broke out, other countries like the United States, the United Kingdom have been evacuating their citizens. So the global best practice is that your country will come for you. But then if you are a Nigerian, well, you are almost on your own, because Nigeria often disappoints when it matters most. Don't take my word for it. As a Nigerian, just think about it. Nigeria as a country, let's tell ourselves the truth, often disappoint when it matters most. In fact, Nigeria have been disappointing people since the day they were born. Some, you know, they were born in a very terrible environment because their parents were poor. They couldn't attend good school. And even if you want to renew passport, just ordinary passport, to renew it, definitely is headache. You want to collect driver's license, problem. You want to move from one place to another, traffic, then police harassment. So Nigeria often disappoints, especially when it matters most. Sadly, as it is within the territories of Nigeria, so also it is with people that are in charge of Nigerians in diaspora. Sadly, Nigeria is often not responsible for you, whether you are in the country, whether you are in the diaspora. Now, let us talk about the diaspora, which is the diplomats that are responsible for the welfare of Nigerians, that are supposed to advocate and fight for them. Now, if you look at it well, in the Nigerian embassies officials, most Nigerian embassy officials are terrible. Now, if you have not left the shores of Nigeria before, you won't understand what I'm saying. But some of you that are watching me from the diaspora, definitely you will understand what I'm saying very well. Some Nigerian embassy officials, not all, but majority of them are terrible. Nigeria have terrible diplomats when it comes to relation with the citizenry. When it comes to relation with the Nigerian citizen, Nigerian embassy officials, most of them are terrible. They don't defend. They don't advocate against injustice for Nigerians. If you have any issue, you are most likely on your own. And in this kind of instance, shouldn't there be a number that Nigerians can call? Shouldn't there be a form of communication in these days of WhatsApp group, in these days of Telegram group, in these days of email? So there's no excuse at all. Imagine if when that our Nigerian brother, when he got there, if he has seen a kind of like communication on the wall that, okay, Nigerians, once you arrive here, this is the number you can call, this is the WhatsApp number that you should join the group, then for further information. Would those people, would they feel alive? Would they feel that hope is coming their way? So Nigerian embassy officials, I know that some of them lack adequate funds, I know that, but then some of them are terrible, and if you rely on them, definitely you'll be in trouble. And if you go to foreign prisons, some of our Nigerian brethren, we know that some Nigerians, they kind of like behave in an unruly manner. We can't take that away. But then some of our Nigerian embassy officials, even if you are on your right, you will not see anybody to fight for you. Some of them are rude, their services are poor, and there's massive corruption at some of these embassies. Some of you watching me from the diaspora, you can relate with what I'm saying. If you have not left the shores of Nigeria before, you may find it hard to relate with what I am saying. But then, let me pray for you. Let me turn to a pastor for a moment. May visa come your way this year. Let me add in Jesus' name to it so that the visa can come very fast. Now, let us go back to the issues, which is that I hope that Nigerian government is not looking forward to air peace assistance again. It has become a culture for Nigerian government. Anytime there's an issue, they will food drag. Then when Nigerians in Israel and Iran, when they start receiving missiles, God forbid, then it will now become a national outcry. Then air peace, shout out to Allen Oyema, it will now be kind of like force or compel or kind of like moved, to say, oh, let us go and evacuate Nigerians in Iran and Israel. I hope that is not the case. I hope Nigerian government is not waiting for air peace to intervene, because if you have 39 billion naira to go and renovate the Abuja International Conference Center that was illogically renamed after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then you don't want to tell me that there is no money to evacuate Nigerians from Iran and Israel, and that should be done very swiftly. Now, let us go to something that I find very important based on my experience in the diaspora. What does this war between Iran and Israel, what does it teach us? It teaches us something very important. And one thing that it teaches us is that home is home. Whether we like it or not, home is home. You will recall that war suddenly broke out between Russia and Ukraine. And I was having a conversation with a friend. And my friend told me that, oh, Deji, imagine that Ukraine, there are Nigerians there that are already established. Some have even already given up on Nigeria. Some have houses there, they have cars, they have business, they have established. And suddenly the war came, and that is the end. And what that teaches us is that whether we like it or not, home is home. And that is why we must all strive for a good country. We must all strive for a country that we can all be proud of, because home is home. Learning from the Ukraine-Russia experience and now the Iran-Israel experience definitely, if you are in the diaspora, always remember that home is home, because anything can happen in that country that you are residing at any point in time. So I would advise that even if it is not much, at least try and invest home, so that in case of any emergency, you can have something to fall back on. I know that some people at home, they usually misbehave. If you send them money, they will kind of like siphon your money. Some of them will misbehave, but at the end of the day, you still need to think about your own comfort and welfare in case it is. So if you are the type that is well established in a foreign land and you don't care about Nigeria, learn from the Iran-Israel war and learn from the Ukraine-Russia war. So, and the utmost thing is for us to support good governance, so that, God forbid, bad thing, in case of incasity, as they usually say, definitely you can have something to fall back on, because like I said, home is home. So if you are the type that support bad governance, definitely, if you think you are comfortable where you are, if war meets you in that country, the Nigeria that is not good, the Nigeria that you vow not to step your foot in, you will be begging to come back to that Nigeria, and you will meet Nigeria in the deplorable state that it is. I wish the people in Iran, particularly Nigerians, the Nigerians in Iran and Israel, I wish them the best of luck, and I just hope the Nigerian government will act as swiftly as possible. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode with your sure plug, Dr. Omosoladeji. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.